From the director of Stripper vs. Werewolves comes Airborne, a movie that is so bad that your face will try to escape.
Catch!
Get ready for a surprise!
Hey, Brian here from Media World, and I watched a movie today called Airborne. Wow, this movie is terrible. Absolutely awful. And I'm going to tell you why we're in this review. I'm going to save you your time and your money. I'm going to explain why we're in this quite short review, because I do not want to talk about this movie particularly, but I'm going to as a public service to you. I'm going to talk about the storyline, the characters, the genre, and anything else I think is important to mention about this film. Let's get straight to it. Okay, the storyline. The storyline is very, very basic. We get basically a bunch of people go into this aircraft. There's a storm coming, approaching, kind of thing. All the other air travels have been delayed and cancelled, kind of thing. And one just opened up, I think about midnight or something along those lines. And they get all these people on, and and of course a bunch of people on an airplane. What do you expect is going to happen? Something is going to happen in this movie. You know that from the poster, you know that from the trailer, you know something is going to happen. And it takes half an hour of the movie. It gives you a bit of like the characters, who they are, at the airport, and then it gives you a bit of who they are when they get onto the plane. And it's just, the standard procedure within a horror / thriller based movie. Yeah, and fucking hell, it's just really, really basic, and it's just okay. There are two twists in this movie. Well, if you call them twists anyway. They're not twists. I saw the first twist, I saw that coming from miles away. I guess that twist from one particular scene. Do you know when scenes in movies that they kind of like, you don't think about them at first, like you get a scene and like, okay, there's the next scene. It's one of those type of things, and then they kind of refer back to it later on, and they give you kind of like flashbacks and like certain things that like, oh, this happened, or you didn't see this coming, did you, kind of thing. It's kind of like that in a sense. Once a particular scene came up, I knew that that person was the villain. I knew that person was the bad guy of the movie, kind of a bad woman or whatever. And it's just shit. It's just a really, really shit twist. Okay, I'm basically going to tell you, because if you don't want to know spoilers about this movie, if you really care enough about this movie and you don't want to know spoilers, stop this review, kind of thing, whatever. But this twist is, there's an artifact on this actual, aircraft. This kind of vase, this really, really expensive vase that's worth like £100 million or whatever. And these two, and an air stewardess and a bodyguard, which we thought was loyal to this guy, and that is basically in on, killing a lot of people on the aircraft, kill the pilots and stuff, and they're gonna, decoy this plane to South America. This kind of this private kind of dealer, or whatever you want to call it, is going to buy this artifact. Is going to buy this kind of vase or whatever it's called. And we find out that the stewardess and this kind of bodyguard is the bad guy of the movie, or bad woman, or whatever. The stewardess, I knew she was, because there's a scene I just mentioned where she goes into the cockpit of the main where the pilots are, and she walks back out. It takes a minute. I knew instantly that she's killed those pilots. It's just the script of this movie is practically insulting. It's basically saying like, we think you're stupid, and we're going to do this twist anyway, and it is fucking insulting. I was not happy about that twist at all. I saw it coming from a mile away, but I stuck with the movie because I thought there might be something more to it than that. I kept it straight from the end, and there is kind of another twist or a reveal. It is nothing. It is shit. Basically, it is the last 20 minutes reveals some sort of hidden backstory, and there is an old guy on this airplane who tells this backstory of this supernatural element of the movie comes out. Basically, this vase has got the spirit of a god or some sort of vengeful, nasty god, and it's been caged in this box and it wants out. And this old guy tells the story for 5 minutes while being tied up to the chair, and he tells us there was a tale of a spirit trapped in a vase, and if it broke, it would shatter and kill people. It's like what the fuck? Where the heck did this supernatural element twist come into it? And it's like, what the heck is that? Seriously, it comes out of absolutely nowhere. It doesn't feel natural. It feels like thrown in. It feels like, okay, first twist, good enough, but this would be really, really good. No, it's like it's about as about as original as zombies on an airplane, or about as original as an outbreak on an airplane. For fuck's sake, it is really, really. It's just a fucking insulting twist. I really don't like it. I apologise if I'm swearing here, but this twist and the storyline is terrible. The script is absolutely awful. I looked up on IMDb, and this is his first major movie script. He is going nowhere.
Don't call me stupid.
Oh, right! To call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people!
For a first feature film script writer, he has done bad. Really, really bad. The dialogue is terrible in this movie. Really, really bad. I don't like it. Yeah, so the storyline twist, bleh, terrible. The acting is just as bad. There's not a single character which I did not like in this movie. They're all shitty actors, which some I recognise from other projects and other television shows, which is fair enough, kind of thing. One actor in this movie which I was generally interested in seeing his performance, which is Mark Hamill, if I just said that correctly. He plays Luke Skywalker from the Star Wars series, of course. I think we all know about him. He does the voice of the Joker in the animated series of Batman. I really respect him as an actual actor and a voice talent. So
Flattery won't save you.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to watch this movie. He's probably one of the best parts of the movie, to be honest. Even though he's not a main character, he's one of the guys down the airport that's just kind of monitoring the situation that's going on up in the air. And it's a shame because he's a good actor, and I would have liked to have seen him, do a bit more. Not just see him in a movie though. I haven't seen him doing a movie in a very long time, but he's officially the best actor in this entire movie. All the other actors are terrible. They're not interesting. I don't care. Basically, it turns into a little bit of a slasher in a sense because characters are getting killed off, obviously, by the two people, the stewardess and the bodyguard, and I don't care. I really don't. Characters are getting killed off in this movie, and it's like, sure, okay, whatever. And then you get this, and then the supernatural twist comes up, and then they're kind of this kind of supernatural element is possessing them. Where you get the eyes kind of thing, and it's like, what the fuck? Sorry, I apologize for swearing, but this movie is just terrible, absolutely terrible. Bad acting, bad script. The genre is very misleading. It's classed as a horror thriller. It's not horror. The only thing horror based in this movie is the script and acting. That is it in this entire movie. There's nothing else horror about it. It's not scary. It's not creepy. It's nothing. The thriller based, I guess you could call it a standard thriller kind of thing, I guess, in a sense, with the whole first twist. But that's about it, to be honest. That is it. I would stay clear of this movie. I would not recommend this on a rental or a buy purchase. Do not rent it. Do not buy it. Only watch it if you're interested in Mark Hamill's performance, or if you want to see how bad this movie really, really is. If you're a fan of horror and thriller movies, you will really not like this movie. I was really insulted by this movie and how lack of intelligence this movie actually is. I was really pissed watching this movie, and I was hoping it would build up to something. I stuck with the movie. It's an hour and 15 minutes, I think. Not a very long movie, in all fairness, but I was hoping for something really good twist. From the posters and the trailers, I was hoping for something really edge gripping, but no, didn't deliver. Really disappointing. And stay clear from this movie. I really would. Only watch it if you want to see how bad this movie is. That is it. Simple as that, to be honest. Simple as that. This has been the review of Airborne. I hope you found this review informative and helpful. Question: have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Do you think it was terrible? Comment below. I'd love to know what you think. Have a discussion based upon it. So yeah, this has been Andrew from Media from DV. Signing out. It's so